Yay, we're live. Let me make sure the sound's working. All right, we got the host, we got the backing music, everything is working, so we don't have to. No, I didn't erase your comment. What happens is when it goes live, your comment disappears. So I saw your comment. I'm actually going to put it up on the chat. You'll see it here in a second. We're going to start with your first one here, and you should see it up on the live stream. So we'll talk. Well, actually, we'll jump right in because you were so nice enough to jump into the live stream beforehand. So we'll talk about where Beyithirr is at right now. So first of all, thank you guys for joining us on a Sunday night again. It's me, WraithMace, and my buddy T3 or Sir T Baggins.
Yes.
So anyway, I am glad that it's Sunday night. I got to play some Space Marine 2 last night, but we're going to jump right into where Beyithirr is at because we got, I think it's 7 days left now. So Mythic Dolphin was nice enough to give us a quick update. So as of 9 a.m. to this morning, because today is the 30th, Beyithirr is funded. The Dragon is at 2,355 units, so 94% of Sir Berenger's upgrade goal. And then the Fiery Breath blew away everything. It's already at 1527 full stretch goal unlock, which I think we were kind of guessing was going to happen.
Because it's the more fun of the other add-ons, which made the most sense out of it.
Correct. And then the Epic Wings is 1180, sold 94% of the stretch goal. I think, well, first of all, let me go to the next message. My original idea, 1 Beyithirr equal Fire Breath set across the length of... So this is what Mythic Dolphin is going to be doing with their purchase. With having 2 Beyithirrs facing each other would be more epic. Wow. So you're going to get 1 Fiery Breath set across a length. Wow, that's cool.
2 Beyithirrs? That's a cool, like, bookcase piece, like, on the very top also.
Oh, God. Actually, oh, no. That's giving me an idea because I don't know if you see my bookcase. I should buy an extra head and just have them blowing fire directly at me.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would make an awesome picture too. Oh God,
that would also be a nice display for your salamanders.
Dude, oh no. No. But Dolphins give you more ideas to spend more money. No. So, all right. And then if I put Beyithirr on headboard, bookcase, and wrap his tail, so he is a minimum 31 inches long, maybe possible to face 2 Beyithirrs towards each other from opposite ends. Is that a better idea? That is an interesting idea. Currently debating a second dragon for the special figs. Should I possibly display, should I possibly display 2 facing each other or get a second to sell trade in order to help someone who wants it? So you're all in already, right? Mythic Dolphin, I've already pre-ordered 1 Beyithirr, 1 Fiery Breath set, Epic Wings plus okay, that's it. So Epic Wings plus will not fit on my headboard bookcase, which is fixed against the wall. So you're not going to get the Epic Wings. Okay, so you're in for 1. You're thinking of possibly getting a second one. So that is interesting. What I would say is, based upon your comments, I would say this. I think that 4,000 is the stretch goal, the final stretch goal for the dragon, and then you can tell me what you think. T3, I think the stretch goal is going to be hit. If it's not hit, and there's going to be less than 4,000 of these dragons made, the aftermarket for these things is going to be crazy. So if you're thinking of funding your dragon based upon buying an extra one, I 100% think that's going to happen, especially if it doesn't hit the 4,000 mark, right? Because from a distributor or reseller standpoint, there's going to be such a limited number of these made, and the aftermarket because D&D players don't even really know that this thing is being made right now, right?
No, and people get into 4 Horsemen like every year. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if someone comes in late to it and sees or hears about the dragon a little bit later, and it's like, look, I want a dragon.
Yeah, exactly. So I think buying an extra one to fund it is totally on the table for you. Now, about helping someone else, yeah, you can do that too. If you want to buy it and then hold it, or like after the fact, there's going to be people once this thing comes out who are going to want to buy it at a cost price, right? Because the secondary market is going to go crazy with prices on these. I definitely think that that's an option too. So it's either or, whatever you feel like doing from the perspective of each one of these. So, yeah, what do you think, T3?
I remember like the idea of like trying to buy an additional to sell later was my initial goal for the his tanks.
Yep.
But
that thing made so many.
Yeah. Due to medical things with my sister at the time before her passing, I used that money to focus on helping her and the family. So I didn't continue it, and I don't regret like my decision.
Sure.
Because I got what extra time I could with my sister. So
that makes sense. I also don't think the his tank really blew up the secondary market like this is going to be honest with you.
No,
like close to 30,000 of those made, right?
Of the his tanks, yeah.
Yeah. So this is, like I said, if it doesn't hit the goal of 4,000, which is definitely a possibility, right? I mean, we're looking at right now, the number is what did Mythic Dolphin say before? 2,300? Or actually, you know what? I'll just go to the website. Let me go to the website. Hold on. Let's go right here. So let's see what's going on. Blah blah blah. Here's the update. So 2,300 is right now. The final goal is 4,000. So we're talking about almost double what has already been sold, right? To hit that 4,000 mark. For this like each one is almost $1,000 if you're all in. So, I mean, that's a lot. Now it's a possibility because I don't think Big Bad Toy Stores put their orders in.
No, I was it Big Bad? I believe does their orders. I want to say like, yeah, and it's generally like a week after or so after like one of the waves has like ended on like Four Horsemen's site.
Exactly.
Because I think that's like a deal they have with Four Horsemen is let Four Horsemen get the initial sale through, and then the retailers will put their orders in like a week or so after. And then that way they can also hike up Four Horsemen's orders by doing it through all the retailers all at one go.
Yep. I agree. I think again it depends on what this week. Now again, we have people who are also waiting to the last minute to pre-purchase these, so you're going to have a push the final day to 2 days, and I know that there's going to be a lot of streams that are going to be going on during that time, some live streams specifically, like Oz is going to be having his stream going live, and I think it's for the entire duration of like a day or two, so there's going to be a lot of eyes on this. 4,000 is a lot. Yeah, 4,000. Listen, 4,000 is a lot, especially as at 2,300 right now. We're looking at almost double the amount of what was ordered. Do I think it's going to hit it? Yes, I do, because it's Four Horsemen. Like they've never not had the last Kickstarter they blew away every single goal, and I think once people realize what this actually means, like what this actually is going to be, and I'll bring that up in a second here for people who don't know. Like this thing is going to be like on the aftermarket, it's gonna like absolutely blow up, dude. Like this again, you're gonna have guys like Joe Magnilella, I forget his last name, but he's the dude who is married to Sofia Vergara, and he's got like a dungeon room with all miniatures and like super painted up, and he does Dungeons and Dragons. I can easily see him buying this and having it hanging over his thing, or buying two and having another one painted up as a black dragon. You know what I mean? Or a red dragon. So the secondary market is going to be absolutely insane with this once it officially comes out. Yeah, to be honest with you, even 4,000 is not that much, to be honest with you. 4,000 of these dragons around is not that much. It depends on how fast they come out with another one. But again, we're still looking at 2 years until this thing comes to, when I actually get it. So
Yeah, and I don't think they'll probably push another one until they see how well this one does, and then probably see the aftermarket's resale value, because then that'll probably dictate what they do pricing and tier wise afterwards.
yep, I agree.
Because it's like it seems like I don't want to say it's also kind of like what Hasbro was doing a bit,
Yep.
but like they took the hit with the Marvel Legends one, and they were kind of being a little careful. His tank felt too careful with some of like their tiers, and then Dragonfly was a little bit more cooler because like they actually listened to some of the comments about, hey, let it be some figures like additional tiers.
Mm-hmm.
And then that did well. I mean, it did so well that I bought two. And then I'm trying to remember. I don't know. And then they kind of like, I want to say they botched it up a bit with the Ant-Man one.
Yep. Oh god, yeah, that was terrible.
Because like as much as it was a cool idea for the figure, I'm still in line where they should have done the little card or like even just like a figure that was like medium size, and then the like a small size to actually like show like a growth moment of him doing it.
Yep.
Like that would have been cool.
Yep.
If them packing him, I think. Wait, did he have?
No.
What was the name? The Wasp?
No. They
No.
came out
Okay.
with the Wasp.
Oh, she came out later, right?
Yeah, she came out as a Marvel Legends single release later on.
Right. Yeah. See, that should have been an instant tier for that as well, and that probably would have sold so much better.
Exactly. So end result is, I think that is going to hit the 4,000. The answer to if you should buy a second one to fund the purchase, I think this is a no-brainer. I definitely think this is going to, if you wait a little while.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Especially with the number of 4,000, even if it hits that number, which I think it will. Like I think this is probably going to hit 6,000 the last day. So, but even at that number, there's still only 6,000 of these things around. Like it's not 30,000 of the HISS tanks for GI Joe. And again, it's another market that doesn't even really know about this yet, which is like the critical role market, like people who do the D&D and so on. This thing is going to be crazy. So final thoughts on this. What do you think, T3?
Well, you said we have a week left.
Mm-hmm. I think it's going to hit the wing stretch goal, obviously, because it's at 1,100 right now. Yeah, it's 1,180
for the dragon.
Dragon is 2,355. You need almost double.
So we're definitely going to be hitting the Benegar.
Yeah, we'll definitely get him. The Ashton skeleton is in limbo, but I think it's going to get that. I think it's going to hit all these. I think it's going to get up to about 6,000 at the end result. That's what I'm going to put.
What did they say was the 4,000 one? Did they show what it was?
They haven't. They said it's going to be a figure. They said it's not going to be a saddle.
Oh, so Beyithirr's Fury is a figure?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Maybe it's another. That's another dragon one.
That's another thing they're messing up on, is they should be showing that.
Yep.
Because like that, this now feels like what was it? Black Series when they did
the Rancor.
The Rancor.
Yep.
And like it took them to like the very end to be like, oh yeah, now we'll throw in the Rancor Keeper.
Yep.
We're not going to show you anything because we just thought about it last minute because we're fucking not making it. And it's just like, oh, here's Beyithirr's Fury. Like, but it's just like, can you show us what that is? Because like
exactly.
Now, like, is that just like an attachment that I put on the dragon? Is it an actual another dragon?
Mm-hmm.
Like Beyithir's Fury can mean so much.
Yep.
Because that could be like the name of a special sword for Benegar, or something.
Yeah, it's going to be a figure, is what I think Jeremy Gerard was saying. Somebody said that Jeremy said this. Again, it's a rumor. I'm not 100% sure, but I do know it's definitely not going to be a saddle. So, but what do you think? So obviously it's going to hit the wings is going to hit. What do you think? Do you think it's going to hit 4,000?
I'm hoping so. Like you're saying with the retailers afterwards, yes. My worry though, are they confirming that this is going to last for retailers to come in, or are they ending this at the end of the week and then whatever that ends at, that's what even retailers also get.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
In my opinion, that kind of sucks if they do end it like that, especially if retailers get a fuck ton more orders, because then that implies that they are going to get more, which probably could have gotten the 4,000.
Yeah, I think I think everything is going to be calculated at the very last hour. Everything will be. I don't think they're going to have retailers with more time. I don't think that's going to happen. Not on this type of a Kickstarter. So, what is up, Jay? What's going on, dude? So what do you think? 4,000? Do you think it's going to hit that mark?
If it doesn't hit it within like the last 2 days,
you don't think it's
let's put it this: if it doesn't hit the skeleton upgrade by Wednesday,
yep,
I say that spells trouble.
Interesting. Okay, I think it's going to hit like 6,000, and your guess is depending on if it's going to hit the 3,000 by Tuesday, right? Or Wednesday.
3,500.
Yep. They're all 3,500 skeleton upgrade. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a good call as far as like number wise, what we're looking at. So,
and I say Wednesday because if it doesn't get past that, then they it is really hoping on the people who get paid on Thursday or Friday of that week that will jump it up.
I got it. Oh, so Mythic Dolphin said that the 4,000. I think this came from Jeremy, right? It's a knight under Sir Benegar's command. We'll have the dragon stylized pauldrons. So it is going to be an extra figure. It's going to be, I'm going to guess it's going to be another green knight figure, and it's going to be in the pattern of that. So again, it'll be interesting to see.
Again, Miss Dolphin, you're making me want to really be in this line. I wish I had the money.
Yeah, dude. We're gonna look one last time at Beyithirr. I can't say his name right now, but we're gonna look one last time at him again. By the time we do this live stream next week, I think it's over. So when we do the next update on this, it will be done. We'll see what the numbers are. I think it's gonna hit 6,000. You're saying 3,500 by Wednesday. If it doesn't hit that, it's gonna be in trouble for hitting actually the 4,000. So interesting, cool.
Because they're ending that week on the Friday or on Saturday.
Yep. Only the figures in this campaign can get Dragonized Pauldron in a different colorway than Benegar. That's what I figured. They were
Friday. They ended on Friday. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Interesting. Oh yeah. Shoot. Oh yeah, it is Friday. Oh man, not even the weekend. Okay. Yeah, 7 p.m. Wow, interesting. All right, so let's jump over to JOYTOY, and we've got no Warhammer news this week. So there's literally nothing. What I will say is they've announced like some of their new mechs. I know there are some fans of this. I bought one of these mechs last year. One more comment from Beyithirr is a knight figure. They may reveal it when Benegar upgrades that unlocks. So that's interesting. I think they would be stupid not to. I think they would be
if they don't reveal it at all sometime next week, then that's just killing its chances of raising.
Yeah,
because it's like me as a person, if I was buying into this and I had the money, but I was waiting to see where that last tier or stretch goal was, because I would be one of those people who would wait to see what I could potentially get.
Yep,
it would be show me that or I don't jump in.
Exactly. So talking about JOYTOY, so they announced new Fear XL. I don't collect these. Like I bought one of the mechs. What I will say from the mech that I purchased from them, it feels very model-like as far as the plastic. It's very, very hollow and super light, even though it is a larger scale type of thing. The figures are actually pretty small. But I don't have. Do you have any interest in any of these?
They seem interesting. Can I ask you one important question though about them?
Sure.
Does the figure properly fit inside of them, unlike the Roman Raider?
Yeah. Actually, I have a quick update for that. So I actually got the figures in there. You have to bend them a certain way. I can't get the bigger Punisher in there, and I'm not trying my Mezco Punisher because even getting them in there, they're to get them out is a bit of a pain in the butt. But yeah, so the ramen, to be honest with you, I'm super happy I actually got figures in there, but it is a problem from the perspective of you can't get the larger Punisher figures in there, and you can't get I'm not even gonna attempt to get my Mezco Punisher in there. So
oh, it's Sunday. Okay.
Oh, I thought it said Friday.
Friday is. Oh, I was reading it wrong. Friday is when it started.
Okay, so it
Friday
does
the
that. So they have the full weekend for the Beyithirr.
Yeah.
So that's cool. All right. So again, I don't have any interest in the mechs.
Ooh,
Look at
is that a revamp of the Ancient?
no, I think this is just they're just showing. This is not a new release. No, I think this is a re-release of the figure.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think this is a re-release.
I've gotten like a bunch of re-releases or just like was it? I guess models of the Ancient for miniature form.
Yep.
Just because his stats of what he can do for a squad, because of being the Bannerman, so good.
Yeah, he's cool. I have a couple of the Bannermen from the Grey Knights and the Blood Angels. But the one for both of the Bannermen that I have are with Terminators. So this is just a standard power armor. So this is different.
And Terminator Ancients are so much more rare.
Yeah, actually, you know what's interesting? So I was saying this. I did a review yesterday on the which we'll talk about in a minute. The Dark Angels JOYTOY figures, which were released a bit ago, but I haven't opened them up. So I made like the past week, like Dark Angel week, and I opened up my two Deathwing Terminators, and I also upped Azrael. So one thing that I noticed was they have a rail system on the top of the bolter guns. And I'm like, I haven't actually seen anybody use the rail system. Now I'm seeing a scope on this, and I'm like, okay, yeah. So they do actually use the rail system. So it's not just there for decoration purposes. This is the first time. I'm sure that they've done this before. There's other guns with actual sight or something on the top of the gun using the rail system. But again, just the gun nerd in me, I was like, oh, what are they using that for?
Yeah.
So
I love seeing the people who get really like kit bashy with it, especially for Raven Guard miniatures, where they make them so like uber tactical.
Yep.
I loved there was this one where it was a guy doing a clearing maneuver,
Mm-hmm.
and they somehow moved his hands in a way where he had canted sights on the bolter, and then he had like a red dot with a scope slided to the. I was like,
Sure.
oh, that looks so good.
So you can sideways view it. That's cool. That's really cool. So nothing, like I said, nothing from Georgia this week. We're just going to quickly look at Angron, who looks awesome. I've got him on pre-order. He's $400. My bank account is crying. And then I have no interest in getting the Armoring Hall editions. I know some people are.
I'll probably pick up a few at some point.
Yeah, my Custodes are actually supposed to be en route. So the 30K Custodes figures that I put on order are supposed to be coming in.
Nice.
I did order another because they put them on Crow. So Castellan, Garen, Crow, they put this up for a reorder, and as I did the review on Azrael yesterday, because these two figures are kind of the same price point. So it's interesting to see from what Azrael, if you guys want to go back and check that out, you see the review from yesterday, the live review, which I'm loving, by the way. I love doing the live reviews. They're so awesome. I think I finally got like the lighting down. So the lighting was better yesterday. So I think I've gotten it down. But talking about this figure, this is an awesome figure. I want to see if they fix the loose backpack, because the power pack, at least on mine, the pegs are not thick enough fitting into the backpack, so it falls off, which is a big deal because his cloak is also attached to that backpack, so everything falls off.
Yeah, that's never good.
And also the flame on the sword is not like super tight, so hopefully, because this flame comes off of the Black Blade of Vantuar.
Oh, so it's not two different blades.
No, it's the same blades. This is just an effect that slides onto it.
Ah.
So hopefully this is such an awesome figure, dude. Hopefully they fix that. And yeah, so I ordered a second one of him. And what else? I have jumping over Cool Toys Club. By the way, I am an affiliate. Am I signed in? How come I'm not signed in?
I was gonna ask, have you how many dreadnoughts do you have now?
Let's think. I have the Black Legion 1. I have the 3 from the Blood Angels. I have the Grey Knights 1, and then I have the Leviathan coming, I think this week, of the Sons of Horus from the 30K line. And then I also have one of the Custodes ones coming. So what is that, 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
no,
I'll have 7. So I'll have 7.
I was gonna say you should do a Dreadnought rating video.
Oh, dude, dude, with the live reviews, like you don't understand. Like, I'm gonna do like a review on every single one. We're gonna do one thing. It's gonna be like 2 hours. Actually, it's gonna be like 3-4 hours, but it's gonna be every single Blood Angels JOYTOY figures. I have them all, every single one from the original when they first released version 1s to now. Same thing with the Black Legion. I have all of them. So we're gonna do. One day, we're just going to blast it out. We're going to do them all. And then we're going to start opening my Primark. So this week, we're going to open up Lionel Johnson because I opened up the other one. So this week, we'll open up Lionel Johnson, probably Saturday. But the other figure that I wanted, because I don't have any of the Adeptus Mechanicus, I am going to pick up this one, though, because Smoke or Heavy in our Discord chat, by the way, we have a Discord. If you want to invite, just message me on Instagram, follow me. But in the Discord chat, he brought up a good point. I'm a huge fan of the Chaos Gate Demon Hunters game, and the Adeptus Mechanicus data technician or data. What the heck is this called? I think it's a data technician. Hold on, it is cybernetic datasmith. So their version of the cybernetic datasmith, it plays a huge part in that game. So I'm going to grab one of these this week to have it sitting in my display with my Grey Knights. So
nice.
Yeah, so that is my purchases. Like I said, I'm still waiting on my Sons of Horus Leviathan, which I talked to Loy, who is the owner of Cool Toys Club. So he said it should be coming this week. It's in route to me. And let's see, where's the Leviathan? Here it is. This thing is so cool. I don't have any of these. I don't have any of these dreadnoughts yet. So this will be awesome to have. Too. It looks like a Mack truck behind the back of there with the big smokestacks. It's so cool. I actually want to compare this to the Blood Angels Redemptor Dreadnought because I want to see size-wise what is bigger between these two. But I cannot wait for this big boy.
Especially if they do it accurately, I believe the Redemptor should be taller.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to getting this guy. And again, we'll do live stream unboxing because I did the ramen racer, which was huge. So I know now that I can definitely do on my table next to me all of these figures. The only one that I'm gonna have to do a special review for, where I'm gonna have to set it up next to my review stand, is going to be the Imperial Knights. Right, when I get both of those in, I'm gonna have to switch it. And you're gonna see me standing there when I do the review. So,
gotcha.
So that should be fun.
Also, probably Beyithirr, right? Because he's also pretty big.
Oh, he's 2 years away. I'm gonna be living in a new house by the time that I get. I'll have
you'll have the setup ready for that one,
dude. I'll have a brand new setup for that by the time that dude comes. So, but yeah, so that is it as far as like JOYTOY stuff. I think that now the rumor is Vulcan is going to be announced soon. I think that's the next Primark that we're gonna get pretty soon. What's up? What is going on, Kenzo? What's going on, sir? But I think we're gonna get Vulcan and the Salamanders in Horus Heresy sometime in the next couple of weeks. We'll get him announced and then the pre-sale for him. So we're gonna do one more thing here.
With a shirt.
I don't know. We're gonna look at Russ here because there's a certain person who still needs to purchase it. I have mine with the 2 helms. So what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna put it up for vote in the Discord. We just did. We're gonna do Lionel Johnson this week, and I have 2 30K Space Wolves to open, even though I'm not a huge fan of the Space Wolves because of the Emperor's Gift book and what happened in that book. But we're going to open up him. We'll put the 2 helms, the alternate helms I bought from Cool Toys Club on him, and then we'll open up the extra 2 figures along with him. So it should be fun. One thing that's interesting is he does actually come with a gun. He comes with like a revolver.
Yeah, I love it.
Where is it? Right here. Yeah, it comes with a revolver. That's crazy. That's very interesting. And he comes with a sword that sort of looks like Frostmourne from World of Warcraft. It's actually pretty funny. It comes
Yeah.
with this huge ass axe, a knife, a hand axe, and a shield. It should be cool opening him up. He's a very, I like the bluish gray on him. I love all of the studs on his legs. He should be cool to open up. So before we jump off of JOYTOY figures, one thing that I want to let you guys know is LT Cave actually reached out to me, and I'm going to be a what is it called again? I just
An affiliate.
An affiliate of LT Cave. I'll put the link up in Discord. That is going to happen this week. They messaged me, so that should be fun.
What's up, mister?
What's up, Inc? Not going to lie, Space Wolves were based. Just saying, I know they did a thing or two against the Green Knights, but yeah. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And we're gonna talk about, actually, T3 is going to talk about them in a second when we go over to Adepticon news, because that's kind of like the big thing about this stream. And I have an announcement also to make about that. So one other thing about JOYTOY, so we have I'm going to be an affiliate for LT Cave. So that should be fun. I know I haven't actually ordered anything from them. So I think I'm going to order a second Grey Knight Nemesis Dreadknight, because they actually have the Nemesis Dreadknight, I think, for the best price anywhere. Look at this thing. It's $230 now. I bought him at $400, I think, with shipping or with tax. So he's $230 with the extra figure, $280, but I don't need another copy, or maybe I do. Maybe I will get this one. Oh no, this is sold out. Shoot. Oh, that's sold out. All right, so I can only get the NDK by itself without a figure in it. So I'm a Blood Angel loyalist, so that's saying something.
The empty one would that'd be a nice as like a display, as it being like repaired by your Mechanicus guy too.
Oh, that's cool. That's true. Actually, damn it! Now you got. Oh man. No, I actually think I'm gonna pick this up because I haven't ordered anything from them, so I'll throw it into my cart. So that'll be happening this week. So
I guess.
Go ahead.
Sorry, as another thing, if you do get this and you get it at a cheap price, that could also save you later on if they end up doing much like how GW is doing now for the nature form, where it's like the upgrade. What if later on they do that?
Yeah, that would be cool. Well, it's interesting. I think if they had come out with the sprue, and this is kind of going to the next thing, but if they come out with the upgraded sprue with the armor, which is what everybody was thinking was going to happen, then we would have had that. We would have had a third-party makers on, making those. One thing I want to show you really quick. This is my last. So I've only bought. I still have to finish the review, but I bought these turtles from. I think a couple months ago. I bought the 4 turtles, did a review on it. It was pretty cool. They're great figures, by the way. Great figures. And then I bought Shredder and 2 foot soldiers. And then I realized I needed actually a 4th one, because this is 4 pieces, right? So I literally am looking at a stand right now with the turtles, with all 4, and then Shredder and his 2 foot soldiers. So I bought Slash. So Slash should be coming, I think, in June. So I'll do a review on him by himself, and that will be the last one for those. So that should be
nice.
Fun. Anything else that you want to talk about regarding JOYTOY Warhammer before we move on?
Kind of, but it also kind of relates to Space Marine 2.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to talk about Space Marine 2 in a second. So let us jump over to the Adepticon news, right? First, we're going to hit the Space Wolves because of T3 here. Oops. Hold on 1 second.
El Café yes!
Yeah, so we'll talk about them. So Wednesday, right when I went live, or like 10 minutes before I went live for the Punisher van review, they had Adepticon going on, and they announced all of this fun stuff. So let's jump over here. So
I was seeing that in your live, but I felt so bad for you.
Yeah, because they announced because Armageddon is, dude, it's the planet where my favorite book happened, right? It's the Emperor's Gift, and it's actually that storyline, right? Why they have the Space Wolves there, because that happened in the book. They re-released the special edition, which I'm looking at right now, which cost me double the price. Anyway, so here is the Space Wolves that were announced, and they do not come like this, right? You have to paint them up like this. Let's bring it in a little bit closer. But these look awesome. Are you going to pick this up?
If I've got $60 saved right now, I'm hoping by like each check I'm gonna put like some money aside, because I'm already expecting this to be like somewhere around like 200 or fuck or whatever. I want it so bad. Like the box just looks so good.
I know.
The book, I don't really play, but I'll be happy to have a special edition of the Space Wolves book.
I know.
But the miniatures. Oh my god, the work they've done with these miniatures.
They look so cool. Like, bring this in a little bit closer.
The specific blade guard for the Space Wolves, and they come with 3 new wolves. Those look so good. I love the additional like little parts that they've given for them. And then the fucking Wolf Priest. Oh, he looks so badass, and I love that they did. He has 3 heads. One of them, I'm okay with, but this bonehead with the hood, chef's kiss. Oh my god, that's so beautiful. I want to get like 2 of him just so I can make a custom, and I already have an idea where I'm gonna need a Grimaldus in retinue, and I'm gonna do a kit bash and make that a special wolf priest. But besides that, he has his awesome unhelmeted head with like the long beard and everything.
Yeah,
I want to put it on like a special Terminator or something.
They got a lot
because it looks so good.
Man, these are a lot.
Also, just I'm sorry, like I love Blood Angels 2, Miss Inc, but it's just like, and like Valrek has said it too. But like after like watching and looking at it myself, I agree. Blood Angels were kind of done dirty by how much like extra went into the wolves, and like I love that they were able to do it, but I do wish GW would do it for every chapter. When you do a box like this, or when you do this like rehash or whatever you're doing it, every chapter that you are doing should be getting that type of love.
Yes, I agree. These look really good. I don't like the Space Wolves, obviously, because if you've read the book or you've heard the audiobook, you know why. If you're a Green Knights fan, you're not very happy with the Space Wolves. But this looks awesome, dude. I love the there's so many of them. They did such a great job. I just, again, coming from a person who doesn't who doesn't paint, right? Like, and I'm coming into this new. I just wish that these came like this, like how you're viewing them. But I understand the whole point of it, putting them together, and like it's the whole hobby. So, but again, that's why I like the JOYTOY figures, right? Because they're already pre-painted and everything, and they're articulate. Anyway, these look awesome. I'm very happy for you as a Space Wolf fan to see this. I'm really happy that they're using the Armageddon storyline. So, final thing for this: are you going to pick this up?
I'm hoping to. So much like I'm. If I had the option of get Beyithirr or get this, it's this.
Yeah.
Like 100%. And it's like,
how much do you think it's going to be?
They range from 250 to 300 depending on what's in there.
Mm.
They say sometimes they're like decreasing the value, but it's like their discount is kind of bleh. Like anyway.
I've never purchased something like this for pre-purchase. Is it the same thing like Hasbro? Like, am I gonna have or like the special edition? Am I gonna have a problem pre-purchasing this if I want this? Wow, that blows.
That's my fear. Is because I would have to be up early to do this pre-order. But then again, it's heavily dependent on the chapter or the faction. Because I want to say when Sisters of Battle, when they had theirs, that sold like that. There was, what was it? The recent one. Was it Slemish?
No, you're talking about the Emperor's Children.
Yes, Emperor's Children. They lasted, I want to say, about an hour after,
which is interesting because they, from my understanding, they hadn't come out for years, for years with Emperor's Children. So yeah. I mean, listen. To be honest with you, Space Wolves were very, very, very popular, and the fact that they're coming with a special edition of the Codex, and they're also coming with the cards for this thing is going to be very highly sought after. Very
Also,
highly
as
sought
far as I'm aware, and this is also something that Valorak and a couple of other Warhammer YouTubers have mentioned, the art screams potentials of what's to come. And I'm excited because as someone who's looked at a lot of Space Wolf art, the art on the Codex is new. And those are new Terminators. And there have been rumors about us getting new Terminators for the other chapters, so I'm excited, and you should be excited because that might mean that your Grey Knights are also going to get new Terminator models.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. We'll see what they. I know that we're going to get the refresh for Grey Knights. The big rumor is 11th edition. We're going to get the refresh, but yeah, that's very interesting. Again, this is definitely, dude. This is going to fly. This is gonna fly. I don't even buy this stuff, and I know this is gonna fly. But this is cool. It comes with the Codex, comes with all of the little dudes to put together and paint. That's awesome.
For me, the box, I'm gonna try to keep that as in like the cleanest condition I can. And if anything, that'd be like the box I like put Space Wolves memorabilia and stuff in.
Yep, exactly. What is
as you were saying, as someone who does want to paint and stuff, I'm glad they're not painted. Because as much as like, yeah, I love the color scheme, like it's the shirt that I have, but I did like a custom piece out for the chest. I would want them in the headcanon that I made for my own subchapter of Space Wolves, which is the return of the Grey, of them trying to redeem themselves, but also being the silent hunters and like the patient ones. But
and apologizing to the Grey Knights. And apologizing to the Grey Knights. Right? That's what we're going to say next.
Our chapter, as much as we would apologize, I'm sure Grey Knights wouldn't accept it because we wouldn't have been the ones who were there, even though we were part of the chapter. But yeah, we would be very much like how my headcanon is. My Space Wolf chapter is very much attuned to like salamanders.
Yeah, dude, this is gonna fly. Smoke is saying, by the way, what's going on, Smoke? So he's gonna pick these up. This is gonna be his first. A lot of people who are into the JOYTOY figures, this is gonna be our first pickup of these. Like we'll get to it in a second. I'm gonna get the Grey Knights one. I'm gonna probably buy 2 of these if I can get my hands on them, and I'll send one to a professional painter to match my 6K army, and I'm gonna attempt to not 5-year-old paint these up, right? All right, I'm gonna try, and I'll do it live so you guys can laugh at me as I'm doing it, but we'll see. Like, actually, I'm gonna, so Sam Manturro, when I talked to him, he was like, you know, try slap chop. So I'm gonna try slap chop, and we'll make my Grey Knights army. And again, I'm gonna have one painted professionally, so I don't care if I mess it up. It's not gonna be that big of a deal.
Also, if you don't like it, slap chop, because of how easy and quick it is, it is super fine to like depaint, or I forget what the procedure is of using it, where you just like put the stuff on and it removes the paint.
Yep.
But slap chop is the easiest one to do that for, where it comes out clean. Cool. Whereas, in other words, if you're caking on paint because you're taking your time and like going at it and at it, it can potentially ruin the figure.
Sure. We got Jaeger. What's going on, Jaeger? I'd like some Psycho Space Wolves. I love Wendigo or tribal cryptid themes. And hey, I've inquired for a few days. What's going on, Jaeger? The first 4 editions lasted longer than the later 6. I know, Sonny. Listen, they're just trying to make as much money as they possibly can.
You would definitely love the Wolf Priest then, because that's pretty much all their style. Well, Wolf Priest and Rune Priest, you would like that for the Space Wolves theme, because like all of them, they're draped in that cryptid kind of shit.
Yep.
I mean, he's got a bone wolf like helmet. That's his thing for Wolf Priest.
I'm actually, you know what I'm gonna do is because I have almost as many JOYTOY Grey Knight figures, which I don't, by the way, it's just a joke. But I have a lot of Grey Knight JOYTOY figures. But what I'm going to do over the next, after we get out of probably the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna start doing short videos where I have the JOYTOY figure next to the appropriate miniature, and I'm going to try to get them in the exact same stance. Now, I have a lot of damn figures, Okay, a lot of damn miniatures. So it's going to be a lot of videos. So it's a ton of content that I'm going to be able to make. So as long as you guys are okay with that.
Roll to the Grey Knight.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go to the Grey Knights here in a second. Don't worry about that. But and then the other thing is I just created a Castellian Garen Crow video on his miniature. If you guys take a look at that, I just put that up right before the live stream. So anyway, so I think that this is going to sell out crazy fast. I didn't even go to these. This is the close-ups to the figures. Wow.
I love the new poses and the fact that they've given them like a decent amount of like rune trinkets, the pelts, all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt that these are Space Wolves. Like these are not repainted, just Ultramarines. Like it's the accoutrement that's sitting on here that signifies.
Also, those are firstborn bolters.
Oh, how do you know that?
So they're the shorter styled barrel, like how the firstborns are.
Yep.
And then much like the rail system, you can tell from that end too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But then again, it could also be that a lot of these are was it the Phobos ones where it's like it has like the foregrip?
Yep.
That, and they just don't have the foregrip, but they look very much like firstborn. And I say that partially because these Space Wolves also are showing firstborn styled Mark armor. Like a couple of them had the Mark 4 helmet, and then some of them had, I want to say I think it was the shoulder pad, and then even the smooth legged armor. Whereas now they have like the knee pad. These
that's
guys
true.
Look like the smooth ones.
That looks cool. And then we got the Wolf Guard Hunters.
Yep.
These are cool.
So these are like the Blade Guard veterans. These are the Space Wolves variants.
Okay, that makes sense. Why do they have wolves in space? What is the deal with that? Why do they have wolves?
Essentially, what it is a lot of.
I know their name is Space Wolves.
Is when you become a trainee, you are essentially given I forget if it's the mead or if it's the blood injection. It's one of the two, because different stories have given different depictions of what it was. Essentially, you are given this concoction, whatever, and then you were told to go out and hunt a beast of the wilds, and it is crazy, like monstrous beast. And the first person to kill one of these things brings it back alive with like a good enough trophy. You are heralded as a Space Wolf. There are some people, when taking the concoction, succumb to it and slowly go into the early transformations of wolfening, and they essentially become a wolf. That's why, like, there's the whole saying of, "Oh, why are there wolves in space?" or like, "Why are there wolves on Fenris?" And it's like there are no wolves on Fenris.
I get it.
They're not native; they are essentially turned into.
I get it.
That's why they're the giant rideable ones that have like armor. Those are older Space Marines that have gone through the transformation, and essentially who have been able to be big enough because of they went through the transformation of becoming into a Space Marine that they're able to be ridden on.
I get it. Now, so Ink actually said in chat, he said that the curve magazines also signify that it's a firstborn. So all of these dudes have curved magazines.
And it's the short curve, not the long curve. Like, I believe it's the Stalker rifle for Primaris.
God damn it! You were making me feel so inadequate right now. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I'm like, sure. But that I mean, sounds cool.
They're in Space Marine too, so.
But these are cool. I like, again, if you're saying that these are the equivalent of the Blade Guards, this looks cool.
Oh, yeah. Also, I love their new helmets, where inside this era they're going for the more Viking aesthetic.
Sure.
And you can tell by the nose droop inside the eye slit armor, where it looks like the Vikings on how they have like the tricone thing.
Oh, I got it.
Visor. I think it looks really cool, and I'm super excited for that. As much as I love my wolf helm, as much as a lot of people hate it, like the Phobos guy that we're getting in Space Marine 2, yeah, I'm super happy for some Viking stuff.
Wow. So you could have two. So on the Wolf Guard Battle Leader, he has two different type of heads you can display him with.
Three.
Yeah,
the
helm. Yep. Very interesting. Very cool. These look awesome. Now, for instance, like the grass and stuff, is this something that you would have to put on separate? It's not coming with like the little like things here, right?
Yes and no. It heavily depends. Some of the models, most likely, if it's like a rock or if it's something specific like a pipe or whatever, depending on how it is detailed, it will potentially be modeled into the foot as they're stepping. But most likely, if it's like loose grass kind of thing you're seeing, that's tufts that you put on the base in detail.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Wow. So Jaeger, so they're both genetically modified werewolves or drunk. This concoction that mutates them. Loki makes them makes sense because vampires and lycans, LOL. So that's why the blood angels and them don't like each other. Okay, that makes sense. Wow, the wolf priest looks cool.
Yeah.
So again, 3 different heads.
That old man head on the top one, I love that. Like the beard, oh, it just shows like such like wise age and everything.
Wonder why you like the beard one, T3. Wonder why. This is cool. And then the special cover for the Space Wolves codex.
I'm hoping it has
awesome.
additional extra art, because that's usually one of the cool things about those special edition codexes is they come with like additional art pieces inside of them.
You got it. Sunny could be worse, like pigs in space. Space Wolf drip game plus 1000. Just saying, I'm not a hardcore Viking aesthetic fan, but it is clean. Yeah, no, I don't like them because I'm a Grey Knight fan, but these look really good. Again, what's cool about this is we'll see this eventually in JOYTOY. Like we'll see these type of models eventually. We'll see these models. So
if that happens for that specific wolf priest with the helmet, that's an instant take my money now.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. While we're actually talking, I forgot to download the DLC for Rogue Trader, so let me do that now while we're doing this.
Gotcha.
I forgot to do it. I forgot to download because I have this standard game. I just forgot to get the yeah, just the deluxe pack have everything.
Let me see, and I will tell you.
Yeah, jump if you don't mind. Take a look at that. I'll keep going. I'm going to go over to the whole point of the stream is these boys, right? We're going to go over to the Grey Knights.
Voidfarer pack, is that the one that you see?
I see a Rogue Trader Void Shadows. I see a Season Pass. I see the Voidfarer pack, and I see a deluxe pack.
Okay. The Voidfarer is I want to say the better one to have.
Okay.
I can see it on the Microsoft Store, and I'll tell you.
Should I just get them all, or is it just like are they doubled up? There's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's.
Yeah, I wanted to double check to see what gives.
Oh, take a look. Take a look. I am gonna go to what I am super happy about, which is so this is the scenario for this whole like Space Wolves and Angron and the I believe the World Eaters and stuff and the Grey Knights. It's all based upon, at least I am assuming, the Emperor's Gift, right? Which is my favorite book, which is awesome. So we're gonna get the Armageddon scenario book, which is really cool.
So this is us returning to Armageddon for the 3rd time.
Is that what that is? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Wow. And Angron's back again? God damn it. Was it also, 1 year now?
Back? This is the rumor of what a lot of people are saying because of a recent rumor that came up with Yarick.
Yeah.
Yarick has been rumored to be dead for a while, and they said that Angron was the one that killed him. And the fact that Yarick is being brought up again right before Crusade dropped, and the details of it being Armageddon, and they're showing Angron there, it's potential Yarick may make a return and he's not really dead, or this is where he will get killed off officially inside the Crusade book. So as an Imperial Guard player, I'm excited for this because this is cool, and I really hope we can get a new Yarick model.
God, dude, these Grey Knights look so great. We got.
Do any of these look like ones that you have, or do any of these look?
It's hard to say because there's Terminators dual wielding falchions, so that I don't have. I don't even know. Like I said, I didn't put together the sprue, so I think this is new. I've never seen them dual wielding falchions before, so that's cool as hell.
For the Terminators?
Yeah, I've never seen that before. This looks like I think I actually have this Terminator, but we have a bunch of these guys with the falchion blades. Again, yeah, this looks like new models because I don't remember them having. They would have the broadsword right with the double bladed side on the two sides of their Nemesis Force Blade. I've never seen a Terminator with this type of falchion. So those look new, and these are they all have it. So these look all new, and then we got I have this model. This looks like Hyperion, or the staff is a little bit different, but it looks similar. And then we got Lord Ivanicus. I believe that's him hanging out here, which I just opened the JOYTOY figure of about a week ago. So he's cool. And then we got Angron here. So what's interesting is if this is the third time that they're coming back, I hope Kaldor Draeger makes an appearance and kicks the shit out of him, because he is super overpowered, and I am all for it. I am all for it. What's interesting, we don't see any Space Wolves here, so we get just I mean, in this when the Grey Knights fought, they just teleported in, and they fought Angron at that point. So I'm gonna guess that's probably what's going on here. They're just teleporting in to fight and deal with Angron. Is that an
Ultramarine fighting the big guy in the back?
You're going over
no, a little bit further, closer to us.
Right here?
Go to your right, the cursor.
Right down. Here? Right here?
Yeah.
No, these are all Grey Knights. This is
okay.
There's a trio of Grey Knights fighting the Word Bearers, and this
looks slightly blue for a second.
Yeah, these are all. This is a Force Pike, or Nemesis Force Pike, Force Spear, Force Pikes, Force Spear. So yeah, I believe these are new models. Well, and we'll get to the models in a second.
Yeah, the Saintus statue that comes inside the new.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Kill Team box.
Oh yeah. I see what they're doing. They're trying to get you to buy multiple sets. This looks cool. I'm definitely going to be picking up the Armageddon book. 100%.
Also, Ink, if I had the money, I would totally do a Wolf Priest cosplay.
Oh yeah, dude. Absolutely. Don't let me see a Leviathan Grey Knight Dreadnought hybrid with tribal bone armor. Tattoos like space sharks fighting demons out there. I'm gonna steal it. Dude, I'm so getting this Armageddon book.
You're gonna steal it, huh, Jaeger? Does that mean you're a Blood Raven?
Oh, this is cool. So this is some of the things that they're having for this scenario book. They're gonna have special rule sets for like the champions and stuff like that. I don't even know what that. These are not Grey Knights. I'm gonna guess these are. Who the hell are these? Are these just?
Those are Black Templars. That's
Oh, okay. I was wondering. Looks like a Black Templar symbol on the side here. This doesn't look like a Black Templar. Like, what is this actually?
So that's Grimaldus's retinue. So they carry the banner of I want to say it's the whether it is of his specific chapter or it's just of the crusade, essentially. But I want him, and I hate that he's sold out, because if I had the money, I would want to buy two. One to have as just Grimaldus, and the second one to do my kit bash. But he's so fucking cool, and the fact that his retinue is part of who he is also really good as a like a character model thing.
I actually don't. So Sonny's asking how many points is Kaldor Draeger. I don't know actually. I think he was 200, 175, or 250. Again, I haven't kept up with the changes just because I haven't been playing I haven't played the tabletop game. But yeah, this looks cool. And then we get finally the reveal, which I've been waiting for since I started getting into Grey Knights. The 10th edition Codex for the Grey Knights. This I'm 1000% getting. We get a special model. A lot of people were thinking that this was going to be a knight encased model, right, for the NDK. But this is just some extra weapons. So we get a flail, we get a mace.
Now, I'm going to be honest. You could essentially do this already if you take, because I want to say the back chassis makes it seem possible. Is you just take a Redemptor Dreadnought and you replace the leg spots or the lower half where the legs would connect.
Yep.
And then you add the additional parts on top of the Redemptor. Then you could have an enclosed figure.
Oh yeah, that's true actually.
Or with the what is it? The Redemptor that allows someone to actually ride inside of it, and then you just close that off.
Oh yeah, they made an ultramarine one for the JOYTOY. I forgot the name of it, but
Yeah,
the war suit. Yeah. Now,
you could
well,
easily do that.
yeah,
And I,
or you could buy. They have obviously on Etsy or whatever 3D printed. You could buy the encased armor. So a
yep.
lot of people are unhappy with this. I'm actually happy because selfishly, I don't have to have JOYTOY now. Feel like I'm misrepresenting the NDKs because I'm gonna get a second one for JOYTOY, so I don't need to buy like enclosed armor. So I don't care. Like this looks cool.
How do you feel about the weapons?
I don't care to be honest with you. Well, they again, I don't think this is a new gun. This is what's on my Nemesis
That's what
JOYTOY
I
one.
was thinking too, but I was confused on why they were showing it.
Yeah, I don't get why. I
Are the
actually,
barrels extended? Is that what it is?
is it 4 barrels and two? I'll have to look at my miniatures because I put them away. I have to look at my miniatures and my grade. I think we have 2 barrels on the one. I think it's an extra 2 barrels. That's what they're spouting here.
Oh, okay.
The flail
I
is new, obviously, and so
do
is
like
the
the flail over just the maul. I think the flail is so cool.
yeah, the flail is cool. Actually, this I was trying. I spent $20 today trying to animate this thing.
Ooh.
This would not animate, dude. I tried to put out a short today before of this with this, and then the animated version of the front cover of the new Codex, and then Armageddon. And I tried this one first, and I just got stuck on this. I think I spent $30 trying to get this thing animated, and I couldn't do it. So, and dude, so we got the Codex, and then we got. I know they announced like they're going to be coming out with a box set for the Grey Knights, but we haven't seen it yet. Let me just go through here. I'm pretty sure we didn't. Yeah, they just did. They did the Armageddon. We got some pictures on the Armageddon shot of it, and I'll go back to that in a second because that's where we're getting we're getting an idea of the new models that are coming. Again, this is the same model. If we get in close to here, this is the same model with the Terminator with the, I forget what is that a silencer? A silencer? I forget what that is. But this looks like supposed to be Hyperion. I think the staff is incorrect. But this is a model that exists. All of these Terminators with the falchions, I think, is new because I don't remember having them. So yeah, so if that's what we're getting,
Now that I'm looking at their feet, I think they might be older models.
yeah, I think these are models from what they took out of their case in Warhammer World to set this up. So it'll be interesting to see. Listen, I'm gonna buy the Armageddon book. I'm gonna buy the special. I'm gonna buy the box set with the Codex in it as well. I'm gonna buy also the Codex by itself. So I'm gonna get 2 codexes of the Grey Knights. And then the other thing which I want to announce really quickly to you guys is I put an ad up for I want someone who is a Grey Knight player who understands the current meta. And then what I'm going to do is the moment that these are released, I'm going to buy them. I'm going to buy 2 of the standard codexes and then send one to the person, and Armageddon book as well, one to the person that is going to do it with me, who is the expert. And we're going to do a live stream the day that this releases to talk about the changes and to talk about the lore and stuff like I am all about the lore, but I also want to start using, by the end of this year, I want to start getting into the tabletop game. I haven't decided. I want to start making that leap and start to playing it. Whether I actually go to a tournament or not, that would be my goal. And I would be in my cosplay, which would be hysterical. I'm just kidding. But my goal would be to play. And so I'm going to try to get a person to do that with. There have been some awesome people who have contacted me. So I am going to talk to them over the next couple weeks. You'll probably see some videos or something with some people to do it. But that's what I would like to do. I would like to get somebody on these streams who actually plays the tabletop currently and is a tournament type of player and understands the changes in this codex that are coming. So that's the announcement that we're shooting for right now. So
Nice. Also, to answer your question earlier, so the deluxe edition, yeah, deluxe edition seems fine, and then the season pass.
Oh yeah, for the okay. Let me order those. Let me buy those right now so I can download it. Continue talking while I'm doing this because apparently I can't do two things at once.
Yep.
Oh, I can't do two things at once. I'm opening up a thing there. Go ahead.
So deluxe edition seems to have like essentially everything that would be like a good starter to have.
The deluxe.
And then the Voidfair don't really need because all it is just a throne and a cherub pet that follows you.
Okay.
But the season pass will give you access to Void Shadows and the upcoming story DLC.
Oh, okay. So I should get because I have the standalone game. So should I get you're saying get the deluxe pack and the season pass? Those are the two I should pick up.
I would recommend yes.
Okay.
Deluxe pack. The reason why is not only does it give you like some good like starter like weapons and such.
Yep.
But it also gives you access to the best ship recommended for the game. And it's better to select that as your starter ship at the start because you cannot change your ships at all throughout the game.
Okay. Deluxe edition bundle. So let's add this one. Deluxe edition bundle. We'll add that. And then also you're saying the season pass, right?
Yep.
Okay, let me grab
Which I'm surprised the season pass wasn't offered with the deluxe edition because in most games case it generally is.
Yeah, this is oh man, hold on a second. So let me add the season pass. Season pass is $30. Jeez. Okay, we'll add this. And this is $44.99. Okay, cool. Let me purchase this, and we'll be off to the races later on.
Wow, on Xbox it's $26.99 right now for the season pass.
Wow. Credit. I have to do this. All right. So I'm purchasing that now, and this will be downloaded into my game. Yeah, it's downloading right now. Cool.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, so I'm going back to the Grey Knight stuff. I'm definitely gonna get the pack whenever they announce it with the miniatures. I'm gonna try to buy 2 of them, but I'm buy one for myself to paint up, and then I'm gonna buy one to send to. I'm gonna try to get the professional painters who painted my miniatures originally, and see if they can do it. If I can't, then I'll just get somebody else who's a professional painter and just make sure they match up to the same style, which is really essentially like the same thing that's here. So, as little as they can do that, that's awesome. So. Yeah, so anything else regarding the Adepticon announcements for you? Yeah.
Let me do a quick recap to see of myself what it was that got announced. So we went over the Grey Knight thing, we went over Space Wolves, we went over the Crusade. I guess for any Chaos people who are inside the chat, they got new eunuchs and stuff for Khorne, Tzeentch, and Nurgle.
Yep.
Nothing for Slaanesh, I'm assuming because we just got the Emperor's Children stuff.
Yep.
So I mean that kind of.
Oh man, this guy looks nuts! Holy crap! This would make a cool ass JoyToy figure. Wow. Apparently his chainsword became his
part of his arm.
Yeah. He's got 2, and one that he's never gonna get disarmed from. So
I forget what those are called, but it's a specific chaos where your body is infused with the weapon. And there are even chaos variants where they're infused with like guns and they're like giant.
Wow.
Interesting one that got announced was the upcoming kill team that introduces new Tyranids and also some new Mechanicus models.
Oh, cool.
As far as I'm aware, the Techno Archaeologist and the Servitor Underseer are meh, but I'm all for the gun servitors, the other little servitors, and the combat ones. They look so cool. I would love to add those to like scenes. Also, those guys are getting potentially rumored, or I guess people were asking the Space Marine 2 devs, hey, could these guys get added in as
Yeah,
like?
these are 1,000 Suns guys, huh?
Yep.
Interesting. Very interesting.
But
God
I
damn.
don't think they would, because one, how new they are to the lore, but then also two, it would be too much of like an additional tasking for coding and stuff on how they would work.
Yeah, I get how they're doing it. I was like, wait, they have more 1,000 Suns? Isn't their name redundant then? Like, is it?
So
These
they're
are
robotic.
robots. Yeah, I just read that. So, and then the freaking missiles from Space Marine 2, if you know, these are so annoying on the Terminators. They just start
Weirdly
missile
enough, the
spamming
model
you.
reminds me of the Geth from Mass Effect.
Ah, okay. So these are cool. And then we got the 1,000 Suns. We got the codexes. This looks cool. I remember seeing the box that each of these come in. These are, oh man.
Yeah, I think the box style of how they went for that is pretty cool.
I hope they go all out with the Grey Knights one, because I'm still looking at that Death Watch book on eBay. still looking at it. Yeah, the SM2 devs, apparently they have something that not even the data miners have found in history. Oh, cool. Well, we'll talk about SM2 in a second, so that's cool. But these look really cool. I hope that they do something like this with the Grey Knights one. Yeah, this looks really cool. All right, so we got we essentially got through the Adepticon stuff. I think it's awesome, man. Space Wolves, man, they blew them out. Space Wolves got a lot of stuff coming, so that's cool.
I'm excited, and this was the big like early like announcement for their refresh. This isn't even everything, which is like the crazy thing.
Interesting. Then we get the Dark Tide. So we want to talk a little bit about Dark Tide, because I want to get it's, what is it, 4 players?
Yes.
At the same time? Okay, cool. So I, on our Discord, again, we have a Discord, just message me on Instagram for it and subscribe. But I want people to start picking it, because you can play it on PlayStation 5, you can play it cross play between PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC, the same thing as Space Marine 2 is. So I think it would be awesome to get a 4-man team on Dark Tide. And I think it's a level 25 or 30 Ogerin, Death Corpse of Krieg. Yeah, Death Corpse of Krieg Ogerin. So that's pretty cool, and I would like to get some people. I'd like to jump on this game also, because I don't want to overkill Space Marine 2. Like that's kind of one of the reasons why we're going to start doing Rogue Trader on Sundays, is because I want to keep things fresh. And I think that Dark Tide would be a nice way on maybe a Saturday or a Friday, depending on what we decide, once we get enough people who pick this up, to jump in and do it with a whole 4 team. I want everybody in the stream with me to have fun with this, because having people in the Space Marine 2 stream with me playing the game is a blast. So
also, if you are on Xbox by chance, it is on Game Pass at the moment, so that is like a semi free to play thing.
Obliterators are dope. I hope so too. Dark Tide is no joke. Gotta be squared away, locked in a group. Yes, correct. I've tried playing, which is kind of why the reason why I stopped was I tried playing that game solo with just like randoms, and like it is the most frustrating thing ever, dude.
Yes,
You
especially
waste.
for the newer stuff that they've been adding, where there's the new Havoc mode, which adds more stuff that you can unlock, but also just increases the difficulty like crazy, and it just got revamped again to make it more nuts.
Correct.
And then what you're seeing right there is the Nightmare Visions, which is whole new mode, which is extremely cool. So excited for that. But definitely you want a 4-man team that you're communicating with and stuff like that. But another cool thing that I'm enjoying that got announced with this announcement was we got Volstrolian essentially customization stuff that's inside the shop right now. So the idea of these dudes being kitted out inside some of their gear is pretty sweet.
Very cool. And they got some nice backgrounds for you to grab too. So that's pretty cool. Again, this is again, once I think we're gonna start, obviously we're gonna start the Rogue Trader after this one. We'll do an hour, and then not this weekend, but next weekend. Not this weekend coming up, but the following weekend, I want to start a game on Darktide. So you have it, I have it. We need a couple more people in the Discord who have it, and then we'll be able to do, I think, on a Friday or Saturday night. Depends on when the next when 7.0 is dropped for Space Marine 2, because that's going to be like a whole weekend thing. So I want to do it before that drops, because there's going to be a couple weekends in a row where we're just playing Space Marine 2, just enjoying the new content. So, so guys, definitely pick this up. You can get it for a good price. And again, if you're a PlayStation player or an Xbox player and you're not a awesome PC player like myself, you can get it right now. So it's pretty cool. Anything else before we jump over Space Marine 2 on this?
No, because I was going to answer Jaeger's question, which is a Space Marine question.
Okay, let's jump over to Space Marine 2. So this is not where I wanted to be. This is the official website. Shoot. Go ahead. You can answer this question while I find the one.
So I also saw that through like their dev feed and everything, Jaeger. I want to say it's partially due to because they were working on the co-op missions alongside the story, which was primarily a 3-player co-op and not 4-player, which is it's conflicting on their statements of why, but I get it because coding is probably connected to the 2. But it's like, why did you do 5v5 then for PvP mode if you can't do it for the co-op mode? And I'm also hoping, and I doubt it will be, that Horde mode would be allowed for 5-player, but I think it is just going to be 3-player again for the PvE mode, which is kind of a downer. It's like the one mode that does a 5-man team is the one mode I'm not really interested in because I don't do PvP games. I'm more in it for like the story and like playing together with like a group and like having a chill time and killing mass amounts of enemies. So I don't know. For the Space Marine 3, I hope so. I really do, because I feel like you denying a buddy to join you is the worst thing. Because it's like, I have that problem where it's like, I'll play Space Marine with a couple of my friends, but I have one friend who doesn't buy it and everything because it's not a 4-man game. But when we do play a game together, the 4 of us, it's like Helldivers or something like that, because that's a 4-man game, or Darktide, because that's a 4-man game.
Yep.
But it just sucks that as a cool thing that where we want to play together, it is only 3-player unless you were playing together against other people for PvP.
Yeah, correct. I think also from a balance perspective, I think that's probably why, because they would have to make the monsters would be insane. Like we're talking about now how you get completely like walloped on some of these things.
For the higher difficulties, yeah.
Yeah, like you get absolutely destroyed on some of this stuff. I want to show.
I want to say that because of the script, it's like like how they divvied up teams and everything. That's also partially why. Because if you listen to the story, there are certain parts where I want to say the captain even voices, "Hey, you can have a couple of additional Space Marines to make your teams," and he divvies the teams up by how many Space Marines he's allowed to have, plus his 2, into groups of 3.
Yep.
And that's only due to a limitation of how many Marines he was allowed to have, and that's why co-op matches with the Space Marines that he is given in the campaign mode, because the Marines that he is given in the campaign mode as the additional teams that do the other things are the Space Marines you play as in co-op. It just sucks that there wasn't a way of bypassing around that and just being like, no, we don't have a 4-man team, or allowing it to be that. But yeah, I don't know.
Sonny brings up a good point too. Maybe because of the script, no story for a fourth character. It's possible, right?
Oh yeah, that's what I was trying to like go on.
Yeah. One thing I will say about Space Marine 2 and like PvP, and I've heard this conversation a lot. I personally, coming from 20 years of World of Warcraft and them trying to play both sides of PvE and PvP balancing, it never works. Like, so
especially with a new property and not a big enough studio.
Correct. I don't even if you have big enough studio, dude, like it's the rule of cool. Like you have to get cool shit in there from a PvE's perspective, and then you got to try to balance these crazy things out in PvP, and it never works. It never works. So I think personally, I'm hoping, because we got the Skulls event coming up in May, that we get the Skulls event and then they announce that a PvP only game is going to be based on the engine of Space Marine 2. I know that's a long shot, but that's what I would love to see, because I think they need to keep these two separate for the health of the game and for people who do want to PvP. I don't want a PvP. I know myself and I know how I am from a competitive standpoint, and I like having a I like doing YouTube. You guys won't see me anymore if I do this, especially like that's why I'm not playing World of Warcraft anymore, because I know how I am, especially with Arena, and I'll be up till 4 o'clock in the morning trying to figure shit out. So I'm gonna stay away from that. Here's patch 7.0. What did you think as a Space Wolf fan about this model?
I love it. In terms of what we're able to do, I really wish some of these parts were transferable to the other models.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll be honest, I kind of hate how it's like, hey, here's this cool looking character, and then for the like additional armor pieces, we are going to like, I guess, downgrade what you get to put on the other people. Because like I've seen the other armor bits, and it's like the chest piece looks cool, but it's like the Ultramarines one that has like the little teeth and whatever and stuff, which is like, it's cool, but one, that's not enough parts for a Space Wolf. I mean, look, he has like a full wolf head on his shoulder. He's got a couple of little fur pelts and other stuff. That's what a Space Wolf should have on him. Especially if this is what this is a light armored model, which is perfect for the amount of what he has. But for like the big guy or the tactical, like he should be given like a couple more armor bits or a fucking fur cloak.
Yeah.
But also, I hate that I can't get that helmet as an option to put on the other characters, because again, as much as people like shit on the helmet, I love this helmet because this is what I use for my main character. This helmet is what like was for my first ever model that I built.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I have a sentimental like connection to that helmet. I can give two fucks if it looks goofy or whatever. It's just like, dude, it looks like a wolf. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, how many of these other chapters can you say have an aesthetic that is so hard that goes with what they are, and you can take one look at it and go, yep, that's them.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so few. They're like, granted, yes, I get every chapter has their thing,
Sure.
but not many of them wear it proudly to that extent, where it's just like, I can look at that and plainly go from a distance, and yeah, that's a Space Wolf over there.
Yeah.
Or, oh yeah, that's a Imperial Fist because he's fucking yellow. That's bright as shit I can see.
Yeah. No, one thing that I'm noticing, why is there a Servitor on the back of his power pack?
That I believe is supposed to help with the accuracy for his firing mode, because normally this is the Vanguard. The Vanguard's weapons all had like scopes. For this specific one, at least with that bolter model that he's carrying, it doesn't have the scope. So I'm assuming,
yeah.
In character wise, that Servo Skull is supposed to act as like an additional targeting retina for his helmet for that bolter.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, no, I'll be honest, like I said, I'm not going to use this, right? But from a Space Wolves fan, it's interesting to see. Yeah, like it's interesting to see what your perspective is. By the way, I made these really cool pictures of this. So this is the Space Wolves one, and then we go to the Imperial Fist one, and this looks cool. This looks really cool, and he's got the plasm. Is that the it's hysterical because I've only played Bulwark. Like, that's the most funny thing about this is I have not played outside of the game where you play Titus. I have not played any other class. So that's a plasma pistol, but it's a plasma rifle. The rifle. Okay. That's what I figured.
It's got the generic, I want to be an AR, so let me add the fucking Picatinny handgun.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, why would you have that on a plasma? Like, it's just you're shooting out gobs of goo anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I'm assuming it's just to add, like, when I'm running, I can grab it and just run easy
Yeah,
with
but
it.
why have the sharp edges of a Picatinny rail at the top here? I don't understand that.
I want
Yeah.
to add scope to shoot
By
from.
the
Because
way,
the plasma does remind me of, like, kind of a grenade launcher in a
yep.
sense of, like, how it feels. So I could understand probably having this sight as, like, oh, I want to do, like, the height indicator kind of thing.
Sure. I wanna go to full screen for a quick second here. So this is Azrael, who I did the live stream unboxing and review yesterday, right? With the Terminators. What's hysterical is the Lion's Wrath, which I didn't know until I think it was Jaeger told me the name of it. So his weapon is an under barrel plasma rifle on his top bolter. Now
Yep.
playing the game, I can tell you right now, he must only shoot this once or twice because the amount of heat that this thing generates would melt his barrel
Oh
or
yeah.
it would explode. Thank God they put the side, they were smart enough to put the side magazine on here for his bolter rounds. But yeah, I was looking at this, I was like, wait a second, that's a plasma under. I'm like, this is obviously a special rifle, but he's such a, again, he's a cool figure. I gave him a 7.8. Well, I
I
have this
believe
up.
it's lieutenants and above, or I could be wrong, and it's captains and above get combi weapons, at least in terms of firstborns. Is
Okay.
how it used to be. Is that you would have the standard bolter and then whatever blah 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 underneath.
Yep.
And then they got creative and they were like, oh, well, let's do combi whatever of other weapons.
Yep.
And the biggest set that I think believe you can find with like a bunch of them in it is the Deathwatch kit. And they had a bunch of things from I believe one of them was a what was not a plasma, it was a why am I blanking on Melta. It was a Melta and then it was a plasma underneath or
Okay.
something like that, and it was just that's nuts to be carrying around, but also super cool. I'm also like kind of upset that we got the side like British like Fed style of his bolter
Yep.
and not his original firstborn, which was I thought was kind of cool. It was a bullpup where it was the barrel
Oh, that's cool.
magazine was behind.
That's cool. So this is the Deathwing Terminator that I opened up yesterday. I have two of these to go with Lionel, which by the way we're gonna do an opening this week. But these are so cool, dude. This is, again, size-wise, these are the same size as the new Blood Angel Terminators that came out. So they're big enough, they're bulky, they have these awesome shield. This mace that they have is spiky and it hurts, so it's really cool. But this is, dude, this is so cool. I'm really happy that I got two of these and I picked up Azrael and I picked up Lion because I think that I'm probably gonna have a fifth chapter now. So
Uh-oh.
spend more money. Yay, great job. So going back to the model here. So this is, what class is this?
This is a tactical, I want to say.
Okay. So this is the tactical. It's so funny, dude. All I know is anything about. You want to talk about bulwark? Let's go. Like so yesterday on the stream I did PTS and I played solo on absolute difficulty on the last board, the new board, and I actually beat it. I was actually very surprised. I beat it. I pulled out some shit. I pulled out some stuff behind under my from my ass to make it happen. So it was awesome. I'm actually gonna make a short of it for this week. But it was awesome. The only thing is
the tactical with the plasma incinerator. That's what it is.
okay.
At least it's showing on the screen.
I yes, definitely yes. But yeah, so they're coming out with this, and then we get the this, which is so cool. I thought this was the coolest picture of them all. So we got the two new skins and for the classes, and then we got the Trigon or Rygon. I forgot what it's called, but he looks awesome. I didn't get to fight him on the new board. They don't let you play him on the play against him on the PTS, which is another reason why I beat the board, because you don't actually fight the last dude for the board. So
I'm hoping it's a good fight, unlike why they held it back.
Yeah, I'm hopeful too. I hope that Well, it's not going to be a situation where I know from World of Warcraft where it's like a week before this thing is defeated, unless it's like super overpowered. But again, playing the PTS and playing the board, I can't wait to play this with you guys because it's a really fun board. It has a lot of cool things to it. I like the fact that we're out in the desert, so it's cool. So it's awesome. I really like it. I'm really happy for this. I'm really looking forward though to horde mode. That's the thing that I'm most looking forward to with these updates. So
I guarantee you, just purely off of how many people play the PvE missions, it's going to be the same thing. Almost barely anyone is going to be playing Chaos based on Horde mode. It's primarily going to be mostly people playing against the Tyranids. And it's just because Chaos needs some type of like patchwork with it. Because
okay.
It's too many people just find them way too frustrating. And it's not in like a super negative, like some people just say, I'm not good, but I don't want to play against them. Other people like, these guys just don't, I want to say the balance isn't right.
Yeah.
Because like you will get hit with the Terminator guy with the rocket pods, and then there'll be like two fucking spinny guys on a disc. And it's just like, Jesus Christ. And then they send in the normal Space Marine ones, and then it's like, I am fucked right now.
One thing that's a start that I've learned with my my bulwark is when I don't know how you guys survive sometimes, to be honest with you. Like I take less damage the lower HPs I am, and I can always just take my shield up and just keep backing up, wait for one of them to jump at me, which you hear me saying, jump at me, go ahead, because then I'm gonna get an easy counter or parry into an armor back. So I can generally live for a really long time. I don't know how the hell you guys are doing it. I really don't.
As the heavy, as long as I'm taking like the shots from the front side of like where I'm aiming, I can throw out my bubble shield that'll defend me from like at least a decent amount of impact. And then with my upgrade, speaking of which abilities, I have something to comment on because of this upcoming patch, after a certain amount of like I think damage or a certain amount of kills, I can rack up the ability faster. So I can double boost a shield. Or if I pick someone up who's gone down, my shield regenerates a lot faster, kind of thing. So that's kind of it. But also, as a heavy, since I don't have melee, I have to rely on the counter and the parry button with the gun, which still doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And it's just like, please, Saber, give the heavy a fucking melee weapon.
Yeah, I'm surprised. All you guys could do is just slam with your big weapon, which is probably not the best idea.
I love that I can do the stomp because it clears out those fucking the egg things. But it's just like I want to like hit something when I don't have ammo. Because it's like, if I get swarmed, the stomp only just like stuns them or like spurts them a little bit. But if it's anything bigger, that doesn't hardly do shit.
So Ink is saying we should get the patch on live within 2 weeks, which is cool. But that just means I want to get us into playing at least one game of Darktide before the week happens. So I want that to happen.
I believe they were saying sometime mid-April.
Okay. So we have another week before. It's not gonna be next weekend because I'll explain in a second why. But here is the pickups for the week that I got. Ralladon came. I had him on order. I know there's a lot of negative talk about him, so I haven't opened him up. I'm gonna do an unboxing with him. I have a couple other Blood Angels that I still have to open from 30K, and then I'm gonna do an unboxing. Maybe that same day we'll do Sanguinius with his extra head. So we'll do an unboxing with them. And then I have the Salamander's Intercessor. This is actually not the reissue. This is the 2.0 one that came out, and I bought this off of AliExpress. I think I got it for $20. So this is brand new. I got that one. And then the 2 reissues of the Krieg Soldiers was a present from Sonny, who is in the chat, and he's going to be on. We're going to do a live stream next Saturday at 11 p.m. Sunday for him. Morning, but Saturday for us. So Saturday 11 p.m. we're gonna do an hour with me and Sonny. We'll talk some Warhammer 40K stuff. We'll talk some new stuff, and then we'll jump over and play some Space Marine 2. So this stuff has come out. One other thing I want to mention is today is the last day. If you have not gotten a patch from me, message me or put it into Discord in the chat that I have up there, because I'm going to be sending out the free patches this week to you guys. After that, I'm going to be putting them up on the eBay store, which is one of the reasons, again, why I don't do memberships or super chats, because if you guys want to support the channel, you can either do an affiliate link or you can buy something from me, right? Like you can get something physical. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but I want to give you guys something if you're going to spend money. So, but these are all going to be unboxed within the next couple of weeks or month, depending on what's going to be coming next. So yeah, that's all I've got. Anything else that you want to add, Mr. T3?
Not too much about, I guess, what's going on for the week, but I'm not ready for what they're planning with the patch about the abilities and stuff, because that's a lot of now re-leveling.
Yeah. And, oh, that's the thing. So they're gonna do the prestige levels are 1 to 25, right? So you have, I think it's 4 different, 4 talents that you can get for the prestige levels. And I'll tell you this, I have them on PTS, and I notice a huge power disparity having the 4 talents and not having the 4 talents on live. When I go on live and I don't have them, it is way harder than it is on PTS with them. And I'm playing on the new board. I don't know what the hell's going on. And I'm able to not roll through it, but I'm able to beat it. So those prestige talents are a huge deal, at least for Bulwark. I don't know about the other classes, but for Bulwark, it's a huge power, a power, not creep, but like it's a power level thing. So
I've been hearing a mixed deal from some of the other people who I've been watching talk about it. And it's like, some people are like, oh, depending on the class, yeah, it's cool. But then it's just like, if you want the full benefits of like your deals and all that stuff that it'll probably give you when they do that patch, is to go through it again with like 4 times or whatever.
Yep.
It's a lot.
Yep.
And then especially if you want that additional achievement or whatever for doing it for all the characters.
Oh,
that's
God.
a lot. And it's like, even for, I believe it was tactical, assault, and sniper, I want to say that they were saying that the additional like talents don't really make it seem worth it, or like what they add.
Oh,
like,
dude, well, I'm shit, man. For Bulwark, they sure shit do. Man, they're powerful. Holy crap. They
well, I'm hoping it's not just
difference.
the PTS server giving that, and it's what will actually be coming to the main release.
Well, at least for Bulwark, I don't think they're gonna change it. I don't see they're gonna change it. I think it's gonna be that. I'd be shocked if they change it, especially because they've opened it up for everybody to play. Now they might nerf some of them, or they might up some of them because some of them are underwhelming.
Yeah.
But Mr. Ink brings up a good perspective. I forgot about this. A lot of people are not too happy about the grind. And for me, I forgot because, again, I only play Bulwark. I'm only doing this once, right? So for me, it's not a big deal. Like, okay, great. Like, it's just I have to grind it up. But for people who play multiple classes, which is the majority of people who play this game, they're not brained like me who only play Bulwark. They're playing multiple classes. They're going to want to have the max level talents, all the prestige levels. So, yeah,
like my main is the heavy, but like I want to get good at the sniper. I want to get good at Vanguard. Like, I would love to get used to tactical when other people want to play those classes that I like playing.
Yeah.
Because, like, as much as I know I love playing the heavy, there are other people who want to play that or want to level it up, maybe. So I'll play something else to allow them to do that.
Yeah.
And such. And, like, that's where, like, I feel it's touch and go on that because of the grind. Granted, I love that they're doing XP weekend for this and such. I kind of wish it happened a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do believe the devs did say that when that does drop, they will be probably doing another XP weekend, which is good. Which will be very much needed, especially because for the people who are already at max level, it will give them a benefit to want to come back and do that grind for that. Because it's like, if I'm getting extra XP, then cool, that's even more doable.
Yep. One other thing before we get out of here is I'm actually going to be heading to Europe for work in the month of May, and I am going to go take a day and stop over in the UK, and I'm going to go to Warhammer World. So if there is something that you're looking for, like I was talking to T3 before the stream started, do not message me now and do not put it into the Discord now, because I'm not going to look at it. Text me or message me. Actually, message me on Instagram, or I'll create a. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll create a thread in Discord where you guys can put one item that you're looking for, and when I'm there, if I'm able to, I'm gonna tape it, and I will try to pick it up, and then you guys can pay me back after the fact. So, again, I'm making the announcement now. If there's something that you want that is specific to Warhammer World, I'll take a look and see if it's there, and then I'll pick it up for you and send it once I get back. So that's going to be sometime in May. I'll be heading to Europe as well. It's for work, right? Like, this is just something extra. I'm not going to there for it, but I'm like, I might as well take an extra day and just head over to the UK and head over to there for it. So I'm going to jump over there. Yeah, so that is pretty much it. Is there anything else as I show the Russ again, because you need to pick him up?
Yes. So I did want to make the comment, because you came back to JOYTOY. This is actually really good because we just finished this Space Marine thing.
Yep.
I want to say it feels interesting now that I'm listening to some of the upcoming announcements for what's coming for Space Marine, and also what they're announcing for JOYTOY.
Yep.
And I say this because the rumors about Vulcan coming next are interesting, because we just had
the Alpha Legion.
Well, I was gonna say for Space Marine, we just had the Salamanders get dropped for their champion.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then Imperial Fists and Space Wolves are coming up. We just got the Space Wolves announcement for their special edition box. And then what's coming next for the announcement is Black Templars, which are Sons of Dorn. So it is an Imperial Fist subchapter. So I'm noticing a cool continuation side thing between an announcement from Warhammer about the miniature side, or JOYTOY, sorry, and then something coming out for Space Marine. So I think that's cool, of getting a vague idea of what could be coming next or flowing. At least that's how I'm seeing it now. That could completely change at some point close to now.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. I think it's there. I would think that they would be smart to do something like that with all the hype that's going on with these box sets. Maybe I'm not expecting anything, but maybe we'll get something Grey Knights related. Actually, I want to see Imperial forces like the Imperial Assassin and Inquisitors in JOYTOY. That I would like to see sooner than later.
I would be worried about them being extra spindly, especially the female assassin. If you're already saying that the semi-armored Imperial Guard and then the Kriegsmen, who are heavily coated, are
well, they fixed that recently. Also, I will say this, because all of the sisters that I have recently after the Argent Shroud, because I had an arm come off of one of my sisters, and she's in my display with one arm missing, but she was fighting. So that's why she has an arm missing. But they fixed the issue with these torn joints inside of the body, so they're not using as soft a plastic on these other ones. At least I feel like it, because the Tyranids had the same problem where I had a torn arm, I think, on a Hormagot. So, but yeah, I think that it would be smart for them to do some sort of dual release.
I would love. It's just, one, it's a bodysuit, so it's slim fitting, so it would be very...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Is what I'm trying to say, is it'd be a very slim figure. Which I'm probably sure they've done for their mech line.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff. So I could see it happen, but I would see it, depending on the assassin they do, the articulation would have to be very specific.
Yeah.
Because, is it the Eversor assassin?
Yes.
Is that the sniper rifle one, or is that the female with the blade?
No, Eversor, I think, is the blade one, the female.
Okay, so her, I know she would have to have like a decent amount of articulation because she gets inside some crazy poses from the arts that we've seen.
Yep.
And I mean the official ones, not the crazy ones that you see online when you look her up. No, the official. But she can get inside some crazy poses, and I think what would be cool for her if they happen to do it as like a cool additional piece would probably be like some random head or like a body piece. Because it'd be cool that what you could do is you could take one of these other heads of like another like guardsman or whatever and pop it on her, because that's her whole thing is she can turn into.
Oh, actually, no, you're right.
Eversor is the psycho.
Yeah, Eversor is the sniper rifle. Or the...
No. He's the Eversor is the psycho, so he's the one that gets juiced up on psychotics and is like constantly like
that's right.
through the orange videotaping thing and is like, all right, you're gonna get defrosted and sent in to kill.
That's what it is. What? So I forgot. So what is the unit? Because I know Grey Knights players usually take the. What is the assassin? What is the chick name? Shoot. What is the assassin chick?
Oh, right there. There she is.
There she is. The Caldus. That's right.
Yep, Caldus.
Yeah. Yep. Because it's in The reason why I know is
transform and morph into people.
Yes, and she's also in she has that ability in Cascade Demon Hunters, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I would like to see the assassins.
Also,
I would definitely
her braid would be interesting.
Yeah, I want to see the Inquisitors. I want to see Inquisitors in the JOYTOY line, and this guy just looks absolutely insane. How are you moving? You better be invisible.
So you know what the crazier part about his helmet is?
What's that?
Is it's also technically a grenade launcher.
Okay.
So that tube part shoots out these psionic grenades or whatever, and essentially because he is a blank, he is the perfect assassin to use against people who are like psyker based or whatever.
Okay.
And the helmet also amps up his blank powers, in a sense, to make him more of a fear or threat to psychers.
Oh my god, that helmet is absolutely hysterical. It weighs more than his body. I don't know how he's holding himself.
Well, look how ripped he is. He has to get ripped in order to keep
I don't care how ripped you are. That is like absolutely hysterical. But yeah, I want to see Inquisitor agents.
I could easily see them doing Eversor, and I could easily see them doing the sniper guy, just because I could see those two being the popular ones to make it JOYTOY.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna close out the stream because we are an hour over the time, and I want to get an hour on Rogue Trader. So
yeah,
give me. We're gonna start the stream now. Give me like 10 minutes just to relax, and then I'll jump into Rogue Trader and we'll start that. And one of the unique things I'm going to do with Rogue Trader is people who are subscribed to the channel, you guys will be the people who are deciding each of the decisions, right? We'll put it up on the screen and then we'll put it into chat. I'll put it into chat. You guys tell me what decision you want to make. We're going to try this at least and see how this works. So anything else before we get out of here, T3?
Yes, also as an additional thing, I don't know how many you can technically make, but you do also get the option after you make your main character, when you get to your ship, there's a certain character you can talk to, and you can make additional NPCs. So if anything, you can be like, hey, if we do a certain benchmark, whatever, you can make or people who you want as like friends of the channel who've been here for a while, they can get their custom NPC to join your crew that you can take out on missions.
Oh, that's cool. And there's a Space Wolf that you can pull in to your team as well. So that's pretty cool. All right. Yeah, so we're done here. Again, next week we're gonna see about the news because I'm gonna do something with Sunny on Saturday night. So we might not do the news on Sunday. We might do it Saturday night, but you guys will see the announcement during the week. So give me about 10 minutes and I'll jump over to Rogue Trader. And in the meantime, you guys can go watch a short that I just uploaded, which is all about Castellian Garen Crow and my miniature. I actually own this miniature and I made a quick short about it. So guys, take a look at it. Again, guys, if you like this comment and you are watching this on the replay, please like and subscribe so I know you guys like this content and I will continue making it I'm gonna make it anyway because I like this shit. So, but it would be nice if you guys like and subscribe. So yeah, so we are out of here. Final words, G3. Anything?
Have fun with your Warhammer. Enjoy the rest of your week, and crush the heretic and kill the Xenos.
Sounds good. All right, guys. I'm Wraith for T3. We're out. Later, guys.